Bitcoin is holding strong above 81,400. If we're able to break this level that we're going to go over in this episode, the next price targets could be 85 to 87K. Let's find out what level it is. Welcome back to FlexCandle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. Right now it's about 3:20 p.m. Eastern time and the price of Bitcoin is currently at 81,425. We're going to start off here today with the 3-week chart. This candle closes in 4 hours and a half. And right now we're getting a nice big green candle above the 50 moving average. The last candle that closed on the 3-week chart, we closed green, but it was below the 50. Now that we broke above the 50 moving average, if we could close this candle just like this, our next target is going to be the 21 moving average at 94,534. We're still far away from the 21 moving average. It looks like we could be headed there. And look at the stochastics RSI, how they reset, and they're ready just to continue pointing up. On the 2-week chart, stochastics pointing up. It looks like we're going to continue up as well. We closed the last candle above the 80 moving average. This is going to be a second candle in a row, and it looks like we're headed towards the 50 moving average. That's at 88,589. Now the weekly candle also closes today. Last week we were able to close above the 21 moving average. It wasn't with a lot of strength, but now we're getting a nice big bulky green candle above the 21 moving average. Now the stochastics are getting a little toppy, but we could drag here for another week or two, and that'll give us the chance to get above the 100 moving average at 88,000. Now I've been telling you guys, we have to anticipate, if we continue to be bullish, that this could end up being an inverted head and shoulder, left shoulder head. We can make it to the 50 moving average, we reject, make the right shoulder, and then continue going up from there. Now usually in the bear market, we at least go up to test the 50 moving average even if we get rejected. And if all we do is go and retest the 50 moving average and then end up falling down to 44K, that would at least make us go towards the 95K level. That's where the 50 moving average is at the moment. Now on the other time frames, if we take a look at the 3-day chart, we see that the stochastics are toppy. So at some point we're going to have some type of cool off. It looks like we might be able to get one more move up, and then from there consolidate and wait for these stochastics RSI to reset on the weekly, on the 3-day, the 4-day, and all these daily charts. Now right now this candle closes in 2 days and 5 hours, and we're above the 50 moving average. Next stop is going to be this 80 moving average at 87K. On the 2-day chart, this candle closes today in 4 hours and a half, and right now we're getting some heavy resistance on the 100 moving average at 82,470. But if we could break above this 100 moving average, look, we have a gap here in the VRVP, we could easily start heading towards this 200 moving average at 95,429. Now the stochastics are toppy, they look like they want to roll over, so this might cause a brief slowdown here before we can continue to go up higher. Now the daily chart is the most important chart at the moment right now for our next move towards 85 to 87K. This is the level that we must break, this 200 moving average. We tested it, we got rejected off of it, and since then we just kind of went back down to the 21 moving average, not even really to touch it. We still hovered above it. Right now that's at 78,486. The 200 moving average is at 82,750. We're being sandwiched in between both of them. The stochastics were on the way down, but if we zoom in, we can see that we're starting to get a curve back up. This is showing me that we're going to try to get above this 200 moving average. If we could get above this 200 moving average, this is the level that we need to break in order to reach 85, 87K, and possibly even 90K or higher. So this right now is the most important level to get above and close candles above this 200 moving average. Now the 22-hour chart shows us that could happen because the stochastics are reset and we're starting to point up. We're fairly close to the 21 moving average, so this is primed to start ripping up. On the 8-hour chart, stochastics still have room to continue going up as well. We've been holding right above this 21 moving average, which is bullish, so this looks like it's about to start ripping up here as well. Now we see a wick here, and I always tell you guys, usually when we see a wick, we end up going back up to eat that wick with a body candle, and right now that's where the last resistance was at 82,861. We could get above this wick and close above it, I see higher prices. Now on the 4-hour time frame, the stochastics are toppy, but look, we rolled back up. It looks like we're going to make one more hump up, maybe something like this. In this scenario, we're close to the 21 moving average, so all we need to do is just continue to go up from here. Maybe this is a little small inverted head and shoulder that could give us the move back up to 83. Right now there's going to be resistance at 83, but if we could break above that 83 resistance, 84 and 85K are right there. On the 1-hour time frame, the stochastics are toppy here, but we zoom in, kind of looks like the daily, where it looks like we might start to get a curvature back up here, and this is where I'm thinking that we're probably going to blast up from here. Now if this ends up being a flag, we don't know if this is going to roll over, but if we could just continue to go sideways, this could give us a move up to about 82,290. We haven't been able to hit 82K since we lost it, so this will be a good chance to do it. And on the 15-minute time frame, the stochastics are reset I'm liking this. We're above the 21 moving average. We're above all the moving averages here. We just got to continue consolidating here sideways, and eventually we can make that bigger breakout. So overall right now, guys, I am bullish on Bitcoin. All we need to do is get above that 83K resistance. If we could get past that, then that opens up the skies for 85K, 87K, 90K, and even higher. All right, guys, so that's the breakdown. If this gave you clarity or a setup to watch, do me a favor, like, drop a comment, subscribe. And if you have a stock or crypto you want me to go over, drop it in the comment section. This is FlexCandle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. Catch you on the next chart.